Even though it seems natural, intuitive, and normal, most people are approaching their high notes and high singing in general all wrong. And it's actually limiting and decreasing their range over time. Let me show you a better way. And if you follow this exercise, you're going to start noticing results instantly.
Walk this way, talk this way, walk this way, talk this way, walk this way, talk this way, walk this way.
Now, I'm going to say up front that the key to victorious high notes and a better approach is not more support or better support. This is actually a huge mistake when people are trying to hit high notes. They think, oh, I just need more support. I need to push more. I need more volume. Then I can hit the higher note. However, you must understand how healthy support works so that you can let it work on your behalf while you're doing what I'm showing you in this video. So if you're not sure you are using support correctly, click the link below and join my free voice course. And in lesson 2 of that course, you're going to find another secret that is going to massively help you with what I'm showing you here as well. Click the link in the pinned comment or the video description. Now, we indoctrinate ourselves into the wrong way to approach our high notes, in large part because of amazing singers like Whitney Houston and how we listen to them. Check out this passage. Oh, power, tone, perfection. And then we go, I want to hit that high note. I know I can do it. I can do it. Oh, yeah, I hit it. But it's nowhere near the quality of that note, and it's not really usable. Yeah, I could probably practice this line in that range and get something pretty close for a line or two. But I'm going for something that is way out of my wheelhouse to try to expand my range and try to use that note in general. I'm setting myself up to fail from the very beginning. I'm hearing someone do an amazing note. I'm going, I could probably hit that note. And I'm reaching, I'm striving, I'm pushing for that note because I hear some other singer doing it so well. Now let's listen to a little bit more here and adjust how we perceive what Whitney's actually doing. Yeah, she's nailing that note, but
We'll always love you. I will
listen very carefully here.
always love you. I will always love you.
That beautiful belted note, in context, is not that high of a note for Whitney Houston. What does she do with her high note? Well, first, she establishes this power and just amazing tone and approach with a note that's well within her wheelhouse in chest voice. And then she leads us up in the freedom of her head voice. Articulates up there, there's this freeing moment, and then she comes back down and grounds in her chest voice again. And we go, whoa, what an incredible range! Because there's freedom, not because of the notes, not because of the letter name, the note name that she's hitting, but because of how she's approaching with freedom her range. She understands where her voice is strongest, where. Putting another way, nailing high notes and expanding your range is more about learning how to navigate in different ways and knowing where you're really strong, not compared to someone else, where you can ground, and knowing where you can ease up into. And this can be done like Whitney Houston showed us with a big, wonderful belted note. It can also be done like this. Listen to Michael Jackson in this passage.
I'm melting like hot candle wax. Sensation, sensation, lovely where we are.
That's really high for any male singer. Yeah, that's what I do. But notice he's varying his intensity, his placement, and he's moving around a ton. Again, it's all about the movement. Yeah, he added a little bit more weight to that top note. It's kind of a nice mix. But then he grounded in a softer part of his head voice, instead of just hitting notes. You see, we make a huge mistake about trying to hit the notes. That's the number one thing. The number one thing should be moving within comfortable areas of our voice. How do we know what's comfortable? By experimenting enough so that we can find those resonant, wonderful places of our voice, like we heard Whitney doing. What are they like in our voice? And then taking little trips out and around from those comfortable places and then coming back home. So here's the exercise, and we're going to choose one line from both of these artists to illustrate how powerful this can actually be for you and your high notes. First, we're going to start with Whitney. I'm going to lower that line so that it's comfortable. And I... Now, that's not a high note, but it is a wonderfully confident note. I'm going to make it more about returning home to that note than I am hitting this note. We'll always love you. That note, you. I want to be able to hit it, but I don't really care how I hit it. I just care more about how I return home. And I will always love you. Wasn't that pretty? I'll try it again. And I will always love you. That approach home was really cool. That transition still wasn't perfect, but by me not being so afraid that, I have to hit that high note, I just kind of let myself hit it in head voice and then focused more on the articulation towards home, that wonderful note. I created some really cool flavors out of my voice. It's a lot closer to what Whitney's doing than me trying to strive for other notes. And I've lowered it so I'm not competing with her. I'm putting it in my own voice and using my own confidence areas to work my range and make my range more usable. And I will always love you. Ooh, I burnt out a little bit at the end there. That's okay. As I continue to do this, I'm going to notice that some of the power and confidence I develop with that home note is going to influence what I'm doing up here. And I will always love you. I added some really cool mixed weight up there, and it was totally an off-the-cuff thing because mentally I know I can return home. And I've already established myself up there lightly, like I'm on this little journey. I'm being playful. I'm gamifying the whole experience, so that when I want to take a little risk in the game, it's not that big of a deal. Again, I'm not just pushing higher and higher and higher to try to hit a particular note letter or note name. Now, let's look at the Michael Jackson line.
I'm melting.
I'm melting. With this one, my higher note is going to be my more confident one. This might mean I have to lower the pitch. Can I sing the high note confidently? Again, it's not about judgment. It's about learning about where my voice actually works well. I'm going to lower it just a tiny bit. I'm melting, melting. The high note is the one that I want to be home. So I need to make that note the most comfortable. I'm melting. And I want this note to be less, just like Michael's is. So I want to stay in head voice and resist the urge to go to chest voice. Practice that coordination. I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. As I continue to do this, I notice that because I'm abandoning into a softer head voice place, lower, that my higher note becomes more comfortable. I'm choosing to lean into things that are comfortable first, and then exploring the sounds that come out as the sensation gets better. I'm melting. If I were going about this with, oh, well, I can hit that note in chest and that note in and kind of overthinking it from a striving point of view, I might be doing this. I'm melting. Now I'm competing with my voice to hit higher notes. The other way, I'm letting my voice hit a high note. This is a little bit more abstract than some of the videos I've done, but I hope this benefits you. Again, the exercise, low note, grounded, powerful, and confident, play, and return home. And then flip it. High note, comfortable, go lower and play around, and then return. Choose lines from songs you love. Identify them yourself. That's even better. But definitely start with these lines. And again, if you'd like to get the foundations down, including support and speech level connection with your voice, click the link below and join my free voice course. We'll see you for more.